Welcome to the 8th week of the Business Management Capstone course. This will be a brief overview video for Module 8 assignments. Of course, first make sure that you are reviewing the course content for Module 8. Next, you will need to complete the Chapter 6 Markbook Assignment. Next, you will complete the course participation assignment for this week, which will be choosing the top 10 topics that you found most valuable so far within the course. Keep in mind, this is a team exercise. So the entire team has to participate and submit the file to the discussion board before October 16th. And of course, each individual person needs to reply to at least 2 other presentations by the 18th. Next, we have the Chapter 6 quiz. Next, we have the Globus Simulation Mid-Game Peer Evaluations. This is within Globus. I just want to make sure everyone understands that I will not be sharing the results of the evaluations. So please feel free to speak your mind. This will indicate to me which team members are actually participating in the group assignments and which ones are not. Next, we have the Module 8 report, which will be focusing on the 5 generic competitive strategies. At this point in time, you should be well versed of how to generate these reports. There are still a few teams that are submitting very basic, I don't even call reports, documents. I will no longer be giving any kind of credit for that kind of submission. You should be providing me with your best work possible, not your least amount of work. So keep that in mind when you're submitting this assignment. And lastly, we have the Globus Simulation Year 10 decisions. So now let's go ahead and look at the results from Year 9. Here we have the results for Year 9. As you can see, it was a difficult year for almost every team involved. That's business, right? You could be just chugging along, doing fantastic, and all of a sudden you have a bad year. So you have to watch out. Now, so when you see a bad year like this, you would say, well, hey, I dropped a point, I dropped a couple points, I feel terrible. Well, it's all about your competition, right? So Company A, they stay the same. That's a victory. Company I only lost 1. Again, that's another victory. B, stay the same. C, only lost 2. Now, J and M, they lost 15. Now, if you recall, last week I was bragging on them, and all of a sudden they took a pretty big hit. Team D, they only dropped 10, so it's not too bad because they've been doing well throughout the semester. Team E, they gained 7. While every other team either stayed the same or dropped, Team E made most of it and gained 7 points. Team F dropped 12, Team H dropped 10, and Team G dropped 8. There is no reason that Team G dropped 8. They can't afford to drop 8. They can't afford to drop 1. Okay, they've been dead last forever. Struggling with understanding why they are, and I guarantee you the other 9 teams could tell them why they are. I don't want you to. My opinion is lack of effort, and they really need to get their act together. Next, we have the game-to-date scoreboard. Team A is leading so far with 107. Team I is 105. JMM is at 102, so yeah, they took a hit. Year 9, but they're still right there. They still can win the simulation, just like Team D. They're at 98. Team B also. C is at 93, and E is at 87. So watch out for E now. They had 4 bonus points last year. Those would be the teams that are still probably competing for number 1. Now you'd say, well, Team E, they're at 87, pretty far down there. No, they still could be number 1, so don't give up. We're trying to get that top spot, Team E. Team F, they've been doing decent. They're at 78 now. Team H is at 70, and they're kind of treading water. They're scaring me a little bit here. But Team G is the one that I just have no respect for. They're at 49. This is Capstone. There's no reason to be at 49. I have never seen a team at 49 ever since I've been using the simulation within the Capstone class. Get it together, Team G, or you will receive 0 points for your decisions. And clearly, you're not even doing well on the reports anyway. So get your act together. That's all I had for this week. As always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Have a great day.